It's gonna work. It's gonna work. There we go. Okay. I know why that happened. That's silly. That is absolutely silly what just happened there. It wasn't muted, it's that the mic was not turned on. I had to restart my computer just before the stream began, and when I did so, it apparently powered down the mic, and then I forgot to turn it back on when I restarted my computer. So that's what happened there. No worries though. It's all good. It's all gravy and fun, and we're back on track just shortly. Just there. Okay. Now I think we're okay. Hold on, I saw Jess was calling me as I was fixing that. Hold on, let me see. Let me see real quick if she needs anything else. Hold on. Hello? Hello? Yeah. Yeah, we got it. I had to restart my computer and the mic was turned off when I powered it back on. I forgot to turn it on again. We got it figured out. I don't care. I don't care. Yeah, that sounds great. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just bring it on in. All right. Love you. Bye. Bye. Okay, now. Let me try again. Welcome to the Super Divorce YouTube channel. Nicholas Villar is here, aka Super Divorce, and tonight on First Wave Fridays, we're going to be playing Atari 50, the anniversary celebration. Way back. We're going way back. We're going way, 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 way back with Atari 50. And you might have noticed I didn't get a poll up today. Sorry about not getting my poll out, but that's just the way the day kind of went. So by the time I got home, it was already late into the evening, and I was like, no one's going to vote anyhow. So I'll just pick something tonight, and that's what we did. And in the chat, it's almost time for Ghoulie to text his lady friend, his prospective lady friend, his love interest, to see if she is going to accept his offer to go to the homecoming dance. He's been talking about it for a while and been going back and forth, like, just ask her out. Come on, just do it. Well, luckily she doesn't have a date yet. And so he has agreed to go ahead and ask her. He's going to text her at 11:15 in just, well, less than 2 minutes now. In less than 2 minutes. So we're counting down. I think he's got it in the bag. I think it's going to be a great success. So, in a very short time, we will find out for sure. We'll hear from Gertrude. Her name is Gertrude. We call her Gertie around here. We'll see what Gertie has to say. But anyway, I hope that your day was great, and I hope your evening is going well and swell. And I hope you like Atari games, because there are a lot of them that we can play tonight. Got quite a few Atari games at our disposal here. And I won't force us to stay in the 2600 era. You know, we can move around, we can bounce around. Because some of the games, you know, I could sit here and play some of the games for hours. But as far as a live stream goes, you might not like to watch me play Breakout for 3 hours long. And in that case, we can say, all right, that's enough of that game. Let's move on to something else. And we can do that because there are plenty of different options for us. plenty of different things to choose from. It's a celebration after all. And they've added some new games to this since I first created a video for it. I went through the sort of documentary section and I recorded that and uploaded it and checked out all the history and things. So this is the first time I believe that I'm playing this on a live stream, showing myself playing Atari games. So we'll see what happens. It's 11:15 now. It's 11:15 now. Good brother says, fucking Zaxxon, Nick. Yeah, we can do anything. We can do it all. There are no rules as to which games we have to play, that we won't play, things we'll stay away from, things we'll gravitate towards. It can be whatever. Whatever the chat wants, the chat will get.
Just do it!
Do it now, Ghoulie. You gotta do it right now. Well, now it's past time. Now it's 11:16. Now you're late. I hope she's still awake. I hope she doesn't go to bed early. I didn't make it, but it stuck to the shelf over there. So, could have gone worse. Worse things than that. Sometimes you don't make the Zen toss across the room. Sometimes it doesn't work out the way you want to. Sometimes it falls on the floor. Sometimes it hits the shelf and then falls down. Sometimes it makes it right into the basket. That's not very often, unfortunately. I don't often get the spit into the basket that I'm trying to spit it into the rubbish bin. Sparrow's saying call or don't text. I don't know, it might be a little late for a phone call. It might be too late. Maybe her parents would not like her to be on the phone at this hour. Past 11 p.m. Definitely back in the olden days you couldn't do that, because you'd have to call her house. And then you find yourself in Shitsville. You don't want to find yourself in Shitsville with the parents. Zen toss, you have a used Zen. Well, I'm not going to put... Look, if there's a trash can just to my left, I'm not going to fill this up with used Zen pouches. That's like for when you're out and about. That's when you need to dispose of the Zen pouch and you're not near a trash can. I'm not going to fill this up. I actually don't like putting dirty Zens in here because I feel like it sullies the integrity of the Zen can, of the Zen tin. You know what I mean? All right, Ghoulie's got it written out. Time to send it. Hit send now. Do it now. Make it happen. Let's go. Chop, chop. I'm not going to start anything until we figure out what's going on here. So, let's go to the games library. And these are all reimagined Atari games. And some of these are pretty fun. Some of these are pretty cool. I'm a big Atari fan. I became a huge Atari fan over the past few years, actually. I missed out on the Atari era when it was like really going, by just a few years. And as far as like systems before the NES, that was my first system. The NES was the first platform that was kind of in my wheelhouse when I was old enough to play video games. So I just kind of missed the boat on Atari. Now, one of my grandmas did have an Intellivision in her basement, and I like to play that, but I never had access to an Atari when I was a child. I did purchase one from a garage sale one time when I was probably about, I don't know, 10, 11 years old. And I thought it was cool, like as a relic, just to have it. But by that point, we were already well into the Genesis, Super Nintendo era. And I didn't quite have the appreciation for the classics. Back then, it was all about the new graphics, the best graphics, the newest, wildest games, the bright colors and everything like that. So when I got the Atari and whatever games it came with, it probably came with like, you know, Atari Sports, and I don't remember anything that I had with it being extremely fun. So I had some clunkers. Not to say that those games can't be fun, but when you go from playing like Mario games and Mortal Kombat and fucking Super Ghouls and Ghosts and things like that, and then you go back and you play like, or if, shit, I was playing Madden on Sega. So if you go from Madden back to like Atari Sports, just football or basketball, it's kind of underwhelming. But I got really into it over the course of the past few years, especially once I started learning to code for the Atari 2600. That really sparked my interest in it. And so I become a big fan of the old Atari games, the old Atari systems, a great appreciation for it. I got an Atari computer in the next room. Actually, I have two of them. I've got an Atari 800 with a Commodore monitor, and I have an Atari 400 that can be hooked up to the television set. So anyway, Ghoulie has hit send, and he's waiting for notification. All right. Well, he's got the text out. We're going to get started. We'll find something to play. Just be confident, Ghoulie. Don't stress. Know that you've got it. Look, you guys are great friends. You've been talking to her for months. We've been hearing about Gertie for months now. So it's not like you're a Johnny come lately. She doesn't know who you are. You've got a class together. Everything's set up for success here. All right. Anyway, let's see now. So these are all the reimagined. We've got arcade options. If anyone sees anything that looks cool, actually, I'll go back. If anyone sees anything that looks cool, just shout it out. Actually, I should go to Zaxxon first, right? Hold on. Let's see. I don't know, that wasn't a 52, was it? Or a 78? Because I'm not seeing a Zaxxon unless they put an arcade version, which might be. Where'd it go? No Zaxxon. Sorry. So we'll go back to the beginning. All right, we're just gonna start scrolling through and we'll find something. What? You basically said you're a close friend and I think it would be fun. I would have left the friend part out. Just me personally, I would have left the friend out, but that doesn't mean you blew it totally. I think it can be, I think it can be salvaged here. You just might have a little extra work to do moving forward. Because if she reads that wrong, then that could be disastrous. So you're gonna have to make your intentions known at some point. Maybe at the dance. That might be a good time to kind of retcon the friend thing. You don't want to stress that. You know, you don't want to stress the fact that you're friends. You don't want to put that in her head. If she was thinking more, you know, well, hey, ultimately you got to do what you got to do. You got to do what you feel is right. At least you asked. At least it's out there now. Has she read it yet? Yara's Revenge is probably my favorite Atari game. on the 2600 AKR. Well, they'll almost have to hold hands at the dance. If you're dancing together, typically at some point you'll hold hands. So that's going to happen if they go. Avalanche, Berserk, Black Widow, Breakout, Centipede. That's a fun one. Cloak and Dagger, Crystal Castle. You got to check, Ghoulie. Don't be a baby. Check in. Breakout. Good brother wants Breakout. All right. We've inserted our coin. And we have to serve. Okay. It's a little difficult without a wheel. Ag. I've got a really cool Atari fight stick that's got like the wheel on it, but ironically it doesn't work with this Atari collection, so that kind of sucks. Yeah, let's try to slow it down just a... Oh, for fuck's sake. We'll give it another shot, please. Okay, there we go. Let's try to inch it along. This game is just... It's much more difficult when you have to do, you know, just a thumbstick. Like that, you don't get the control you want. Here's a little fun fact, if you didn't know. Actually, I'll put it to the chat. Little trivia. Do you guys know who created this game? Ah. Does anybody know? Win fabulous prizes. Fabulous prizes for anyone who can guess it right. Don't look it up, though. Don't be one of those stooges, because that would not be rewarding. Ghoulie said, John, of course, it was John Breakout. That's what we were looking for. But he had a partner. Who helped John Breakout create the game Breakout? Ooh, we're really getting going here. Up, there it goes. Up. Why does it keep doing that? No. No, not John Atari. He created the Atari. The creator of this game went on to be perhaps... You could put him up there with like the most important figures, not just in video games. Actually, most people don't really think about him when they think of video games. They think of technology. They think of technology. No, not Steve Wozniak. Not Nolan. A lot of people don't realize that Nolan was this guy's boss. And this guy left Atari, and he went on and created his own company. And he offered Nolan Bushnell part ownership, and Nolan turned it down. They say if Nolan Bushnell would have invested in this man's company, that he would have gone on to become the world's first trillionaire. So it is a mistake that he laughs about now. He's got good humor about it, Nolan does. I mean, it's not like he's poor. He created Atari, and then he created Chuck E. Cheese. But he could have been part of another company. That's right, Ghoulie. Steve Jobs is correct. Steve Jobs created this game that you see right now on the night shift. When Jobs worked at Atari, apparently he smelled so bad and he had such a shitty attitude about working with other people that Nolan Bushnell created a night shift just for Steve Jobs. So he was the only person who came in and worked after hours because no one else wanted to be around him. So how about that? But he was that important. Nolan knew that Steve Jobs was a special guy. He was not the best at coding, but he had great ideas, and he was able to make this happen. So there you go. All right, we'll give this one more shot, and then we'll move on. We'll try something else. Keeping it just... Oh, there it goes. The investing in his company gave it away? Yeah. Well, I was trying to give you a little bit of a softball there. I wanted someone to figure it out. This is a fun game, though. I always like Breakout. I like a good game of Breakout. Eh? You know, it's like, oh, there we go. Okay, close enough. Did anyone say that Steve Jobs invented Pong? I don't think anyone said that. Okay, let's go back. Let's try a different game. How do we leave this game? Let's just, right here, quit. Yes, let's quit. Okay, what's next? Centipede, Cloak and Dagger, Crystal Castles with Bentley Bear, Destroyer, Fire Truck, Food Fight, Football, Frenzy, Gravitar, iRobot, not the Will Smith movie, but the video game, Liberator, Lunar Lander, Major Havoc, Maze Invaders, Millipede, Missile Command, Pong, Quantum, Red Baron. You might know Red Baron from the famous pizza makers. Skydiver, Space Jewel, Sprint 8, Super Breakout, Super Bug, Tempest, Warlords, and that's it for the arcade games. Now we'll be getting into the 2600 section. You can see what we got here. 3D Tic-Tac-Toe, Adventure, one of the first fantasy games ever made. We played The Legend of Zelda last week. There would be no Legend of Zelda if not for Adventure. Adventure kind of started that gangsta shit, if you will. Adventure 2, Air Raiders, Air Sea Battle, Ant Bear, Aquaventure. That's a fun one. I like Aquaventure. Armor Ambush, Asteroids, Astro Blast, the Atari Video Cube, Atari Confidential. That must be one you have to unlock. I guess I haven't unlocked that game. Basketball, Berserk, Berserk Voice Enhanced, Bowling, another Confidential, Canyon Bomber, Centipede, Circus Atari, Combat, Locked Game, Crystal Castles on the Atari 2600, the lesser version, not as good as the arcade version. I mean, that's to be expected back in the olden days. You know, they did what they could do. Still took great feats of programming to get the arcade games onto an Atari cartridge So I respect it. It's still fun, but if I was going to play a Crystal Castles, I'd play the arcade version. Dark Cavern, Dark Chambers, Demons to Diamonds. I did a video about this game. I don't know if you guys watched the Demons to Diamonds video that I did, where the cartridge itself actually ends up doing the game review. It's kind of one-off little experiment I did one time. I thought it was a fun video. No one watched it, but I had a good time making it. Desert Falcon, Dodge 'em, Double Dunk, Fatal Run, Frogs and Flies, another locked game, Haunted House, perhaps the very first survival horror game ever. Haunted House kind of kicked that off. This is kind of the first scary video game. Haunted House. Moving about in a haunted house, collecting items, leaving items, unlocking doors, evading monsters, spooky spirits and ghouls and ghosts. Have I ever listened to Crystal Castles, the music group? I don't think so. I don't believe I have. Is it electronic music? It sounds electronic. International Soccer. Maze Craze, Millipede, Miner 2049er, that's a fun game. Miniature Golf, Missile Command, Moto Rodeo. Off the Wall. Sparrow hates Fridays so much. Why do you hate Fridays? Fridays are supposed to be fun. It's the beginning of the weekend. It's the freaking weekend. You know? It's the freaking weekend. So, baby, about to have me some fun. As notorious pisser R. Kelly once said. Outlaw, Quad Run, Race 500, Real Sports Baseball, Real Sports Basketball, Real Sports Boxing, Real Sports Football, Real Sports Soccer, Real Sports Tennis, Real Sports Volleyball, Return to Haunted House, the sequel to Haunted House. Uh-oh, breaking, Ghoulie got a response. What'd she say? She had to say yes. She said yes. What'd you say, Ghoulie? Come on. Out with it. What the fuck did she say? Come on. You gotta be snappy with it. You can't say you got a response and then sit here. He's making us wait. He's dangling the response on a string. What are we doing here, Ghoulie? What'd she say? I'm gonna end the stream. I'm gonna turn the computer off if he doesn't respond. Oh, for fuck's sake. She said her and her friends decided they would all go as a group without dates. What a bunch of horse shit. Oh my gosh. That's a bunch of horse shit. Fuck. Damn. I feel like I just got rejected. That's what happens with these parasocial relationships here. You get too invested. Oh, but there's a bright side. Hang on. What is it? Where's the silver lining? She said it was really sweet that he thought of her and she hoped to see him there. And he did tell her that he would be there. Well, her and her friends decided to go together. What's happened to this? What's happened to this country? And she said she'd love to hang out another time if he wanted to. Another time. Okay. Well, maybe when you're dancing together, you can ask her if she wants to go and I don't know, grab a coffee. Maybe that'd be a good opportunity. If she's open to hanging out, I mean, that part is good. That kind of paints a picture where maybe she really did make this agreement with her friends. They got their little girly group together. They're gonna go. She doesn't want to ruffle the feathers, but she's trying to throw you a bone. She's like, I can't say yes to the dance because it would wrinkle and ruffle the feathers of my friends. She doesn't want to be on the shit list. So adding that in there, that little proviso that she's willing to go out after the dance some other time. That's good. That leaves the window open. So it could be that you've just sort of been given the go ahead to ask her on, you know, at least whatever, a hangout. I guess you don't have to call it a date the first time, but if that goes well, then if you do like something midday, early in the afternoon, late afternoon after shul sometime, then if that goes well, then I'd say you could advance to maybe like a movie, going out somewhere, maybe mini golf. Mini golf is great. If you got mini golf near your home, like an adventure golf, something like that, that's a first step that you might look at taking. Doing something like that. Because it's fun, it's lively, it's outdoors, you know, and then maybe after that you could go for a movie. Perhaps see how that goes. Okay. Well, there you go. That's perfect. A new mini golf place just opened down the street. There, that's it. That's it. That's a slam dunk. Afternoon, relaxed coffee date, chat, enjoy each other's company, have a good time, and then you advance to the mini golf. Perfect. Perfect. And who knows what will happen at the date or at the dance. Maybe she'll dance with you and then want you to continue dancing with her. And then maybe you can skip the coffee and go right to the mini golf. I don't think that the backseat of a VW is very romantic. I would stay away from that piece of advice. I wouldn't do that. Jess said ice cream after the golf. That's fun. That's a nice nightcap. Yeah. Mini golf and ice cream. Good combo. Good combo. Okay, moving on, we got Saboteur, Save Maddie, Sea Battle, Secret Quest, Skydiver, Solaris, Star Strike, Steeplechase. Ghoulie can do the back seat of a Toyota Tacoma or the bed of it. Maybe a few down the road. Get the mini golf done first, and then maybe you can start thinking about the back of the Tacoma. Stellar Track, Submarine Commander, Super Breakout, not regular breakout, but Super Breakout, Super Challenge Baseball, Super Challenge Football, Super Football, Surround, Sword Fight, Sword Quest Earthworld, Sword Quest Fire World, Sword Quest Water World. They had this big fucking, not a sweepstakes. You wouldn't call it a sweepstakes. It was a contest when Sword Quest games were released. There it is right there. Details inside. Play the $150,000 Sword Quest Challenge. You had to enter by March 15th, 1983. And there were secrets. There were secrets scattered throughout the game. There was some mystery you had to solve. And if you solved the mysteries, you could send in your answer to the riddles or whatever they were to Atari. And then I guess they would take the winners, the people who got all the correct answers, and I think they flew them out to have like a Sword Quest playoff to see who could get through the games the fastest. And I think the winner received like an actual golden sword or a golden crown with like jewels in it, like a bejeweled crown. They're supposed to be worth like $150,000. So you don't hear about developers doing much like that anymore. That's too bad. Tower of Mystery, Video Pinball, Warlords, Yara's Revenge. I said that's probably my favorite Atari 2600 game right there. Yara's Revenge. That's a cool one. What else we got? Berserk. This is on to the 5200. Bounty Bob Strikes Back. Millipede. Missile Command Star Raiders. Super Breakout. Zeri Arena. Asteroids. Basket Brawl. We're in the 7800 games now. Centipede. Dark Chambers. Desert Falcon. Fatal Run. Ninja Golf. Scrapyard Dog. Basket Brawl, Malibu Bikini Volleyball. This is for the Linux. The Lynx. I've heard it both ways. Scrapyard Dog, Super Asteroids and Missile Command, Turbo Sub, Warbirds. And then on the 800, they got Avalanche, Bounty Bob Strikes Back, Caverns of Mars, Final Legacy, Food Fight, Hardball, Miner 2049er, Yoomp, and finally the Jaguar, featuring Atari Karts, Club Drive, Cybermorph. Hey, Jess.
Hi.
Jess is here with Taco Bell.
It took so long because there was a drunk man in the drive-thru in front of me who caused a big ruckus.
How do you know he was drunk?
Because the worker came out and told me.
Oh.
And he kept honking his horn. And then he went in and got his food inside. And then the lady or whoever was with him kept honking the horn. And I was like, what are they honking at? Apparently because they're drunk.
That's it?
Got you the Y2K menu.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh.
$50.
You guys remember when Taco Bell was like, you had to try hard to get past like $10 for a Taco Bell order? Oh, the caramel apple empanada. It's back. Right here. Fantastic. We'll just sit that down.
Double decker taco. I was gonna get burgers. I felt like that would be easier for you to eat while you're streaming, but McDonald's was closed.
McDonald's was closed.
Go on Field Road.
Of course, we got a Baja Blast.
Cool Ranch Dorito.
Cool Ranch Dorito.
Something. I don't know. I'm gonna know what this is. Surprise menu item.
A surprise menu item. Yeah, it's the first annual Super Divorce Mukbang.
And I got these for us to share.
Oh, nachos Belgrande and a Mexican pizza.
Yeah.
To
it's
share?
Too much food. Well, yeah, you can have some of each.
Okay, well, you just give me what you don't want. Nice piece of lettuce.
I eat no food all day. You?
Yes.
What'd you have?
Chipotle
Oh.
when I drop the boys off.
Oh, I know what the surprise menu is.
What?
It's a chili cheese burrito. I always used to get these nice.
Oh. What was this again?
Double decker taco.
The double decker taco.
Have you ever had Toledo?
The Toledo? I don't know. Is that what you're having right now?
Yeah.
Jess is eating a Chilito. I'm letting the flavor out.
My phone is about to die. So I can't. You have to read it to me. Like an eavesdrop.
Ghoulie wants to know, can I ask Jess how he should approach her at the dance and how he should ask her to dance?
You gotta feel it out first.
Feel it out, she said.
Watch, but not in a creepy way. Observe.
Watch and observe from across the room. Find a good hiding spot.
No. You go talk to her.
Go to a nearby trash can that's not been used yet. Hop inside and just peek out the top.
Ooh, one of those big plants.
A big plant. If they have big plants, hide behind a fake tree and just stare. Stare
here's the
until
thing.
her friends walk away, and then
Yeah, you don't want to approach her when she's like hanging out with a group of girls, because then they'll probably talk shit and she'll be scared.
Yeah, don't do it when all the friends are around.
Wait till they start splitting off. They're going to dance with other dudes.
What if they don't? They might not.
Well, if they don't, just walk up and say, hey, you look really nice. You know? You look like you're having fun. You want to dance? Let me know. Or just assert yourself, find a nice song, and just walk up and say, hey, you want to dance? Just make it simple. Girls like direct and simple.
Wait
Not
for.
rude. Direct and simple. Don't do it first thing, give the night a little bit of time. But not too much time that she finds somebody else to dance with.
Should you do a slow song or a fast one?
Depends on what kind of dancing he likes to do. If you suck at dancing at certain stuff, don't do that. Don't make a fool of yourself.
Go and request. I wonder if they'll take requests. You could maybe request a song, and then I would do anything for love. Yeah. So
Fast in there.
he should hide under the basketball court bleachers wearing a comically large trench coat, sunglasses, fedora, and a newspaper. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do that.
They're there.
Good Brother said you could always take the Uncrustables angle. You could, the Uncrustables and the Zen pouches. She won't be able to turn that down. Yeah. Time after time. Like from Napoleon Dynamite. Or they also played Forever Young in that. That'd be a good one. Forever Young from Alphaville. Make sure you request it.
Not the other one.
Good Brother saying request Paradise by the Dashboard Light.
Oh no.
I would
Don't
sign
request
up.
that.
Yeah, do that. Oh no. Sparrow said ask for raining tacos. You know that one? It's raining tacos.
Yeah.
No, it's time tacos. Forever Young is a great song. The Alphaville one. You'd have to make sure you say from Alphaville, not Rod Stewart.
Oh,
What?
I love Rod Stewart.
Well, I mean, that's not a bad song, but it's not really like a love song. You know, the video had like the little kid. Remember? So you'd want to get the right version.
Conway Twitty.
Hmm?
Or you can borrow our song. Conway Twitty one.
Oh yeah. Lay you down. Hey, no sleep till Brooklyn works too. If you want to do some break dancing, yeah, get some Beastie Boys going. Not a bad idea. Sparrow's very intent on raining tacos.
Huh.
Well, you know, you got a dance coming up. Why don't you request it? You know? Is it even a stream anymore? Or are we just degraded into mukbang? It's a mukbang break. That's what's going on. Yeah. The open interpretation stream. It's got a good ring to it. It's whatever you want it to be. It's a stream of yours. You know? Do you want it to be a game stream? It can be. We've done a little bit. You want it to be a mukbang? Yeah, we're doing that right now. Some people might call it a chill stream because we're chilling out. So that's fine. If you want that. It all works. We can do whatever we want. No one's going to stop us. No one can. Not even YouTube. Hey, exactly. I am a man of the people indeed. That's what I aim to do. I aim to please the people. That's what it's all about. Good Brother's saying to request my neck, my back. He said bitches love that. Mm-hmm. Oh, WAP. You can dance to WAP. That might be a good one to try out. I don't know that song, Ghoulie. He said he could request a song that goes, "He's bouncing off my booty cheeks. I love the way he rides."
Oh,
Do you know that song?
why would I do that?
I thought you were listening to that the other day. I don't know that one. Huh? I wish.
I like this beef taco.
What's up, Saint? We got boots on the ground. Saint Boot has arrived. What's up? How's it going there? How's your evening? I hope you had a fantastic day. And I hope your night's going just swimmingly. So what do we have here? Is this a Cool Ranch Dorito burrito? Jess said this was interesting. The Cool Ranch. How's come? Hey, you don't have to apologize, Boot. I'm not going to make you show your tardy slip. You can come in whenever you want to. You can not come in at all. You can no call, no show. I'm not going to say shit about it. You know? You could go, well, Jess will. Jess will get mad. But as far as I go, you could skip 6 months worth of streams and show up again, and I would welcome you just as warmly. Because that's, like Ghoulie said, I'm a man of the people. I understand you got your own lives, your own business to take care of. Being here is just a treat. So, that's how I feel. Yeah, ICP chicken hunting is always a crowd pleaser. Any ICP would be good. We were just listening to some ICP last week, driving out to the cabin. You like that? Yeah. Just had a good time listening to ICP.
Oh,
Hmm? What do you mean,
I
You just said you liked it.
was joking, and then you made it sound like I was serious.
Well, I thought it was fun. I had a good time. I find it to be nostalgic. Got a Mexican pizza there. How many food items can I complete?
Get away from me.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think it's pretty good, Jeff.
I liked it. I didn't say it was bad.
Well, you seemed underwhelmed by it.
No, it was interesting. I like the cheese one better than the ranch, but it's still good.
Well, it's like a Cool Ranch Dorito.
I know.
It's a taco made out of Cool Ranch Doritos. What's not to like? How can you be underwhelmed?
The ranch doesn't go as good with taco as the nacho cheese one does. Doesn't mean it's bad.
I don't know if I agree.
All right, yeah.
Jess thinks nacho cheese is better than a Cool Ranch Dorito.
On the taco.
I think she's out of her gourd. Well, we got a little sour cream happening here.
Need a napkin.
Yeah. Did they give you one? I've been attacked by the sour cream. There we go. That's better. All right, what's next? Next up is a Mexican pizza. It's a classic. If you like Taco Bell, you gotta love the Mexican pizza. Everyone gets so upset when the pizza's taken away. And they always do it. I don't know why. It should never be a limited time menu item. It should always be there. Well, why don't you order some, Boot? Or go pick some up. Surely there's got to be some place nearby where you could leave right now and go procure a bag, a packet of Cool Ranch Doritos or Spicy Ranch. Surely some gas station or grocery store is still open. Certainly, there has to be some place. If your life was on the line, you could probably make it happen. Go at it with that intensity, and before you know it, you'll be sitting enjoying a nice bag of Doritos. Do you want any more of this? Are you sure? Well, Dooley says he needs a quick refresher. When dancing with a woman, obviously, he holds her hand with his right, but where do you place the left? The hip, the back, the waist?
Start on her shoulder and then move it later when she's comfortable.
Start on her shoulder.
Like her upper back, and then feel it out and slide it down when the time is right. Not to her butt.
Yeah. Slowly over time, work the hand down. Maybe to the waist. Stop at the waist.
Yeah, but feel her getting uncomfortable, then blow it.
Unless she grabs your hand and smacks it on her ass. That might happen. That'd be the best case scenario. But you gotta wait for that. That's like a secret achievement. You gotta do a lot of things right to make that happen. Don't be mad if it doesn't. It's really hard to unlock that one. But if you play your cards perfectly, you never know. It could happen. Yeah, well, I don't think she'll be uncomfortable with a hand on the shoulder. That's very safe.
Sometimes the dudes will do around the waist and the girls put them around their neck.
Mm-hmm.
2 at a time. Common one.
Yeah, if she puts her hands, like drapes her arms over both of your shoulders.
Then you go for the waist.
Yeah, that's a signal. Put your hands on her waist. Don't try to keep them on her shoulders so you're both like in a position to strangle each other. If she puts both arms around your shoulder like she wants to hug your neck, then you go down to the waist. Sparrow said, but the bussy. I don't know. That's just a butthole. That's just a butt. The bussy. Uh-huh. Hmm? Fridays are leg day for Sparrow, so he hates them.
Fridays are?
Yeah. I often have legs mixed into like all my workouts, so.
Supposed to have my 3rd leg day tomorrow. Skipping it.
Jess is skipping leg day,
Well, I have 3 a week.
leaving your gains on the table.
No, my legs are still wrecked from Wednesday.
But your gains.
No, they say if you work them out too soon when you're still extremely sore, that will ruin your gains. So I'm letting them rest and recover.
Sounds like an excuse to be lazy.
Stop, I'm not lazy. I'm
Mm-hmm.
still very sore. Because I was not lazy.
Well. What do you think the Ultimate Warrior would say?
But your husband, you?
Hey, I'm not mean. Oh, yesterday Ghoulie walked over 4 miles while helping a friend from church do math homework over the phone. Yeah. So, physical and mental workouts back in the nose cap. That's a good combo. When you can tease your brain and tease your muscles at the same time. They call that a pleaser teaser. Yeah. Get in your daily pleaser teasers. It's very important. We're almost coming. What did? You cut me off at a bad spot.
Sorry.
Because I was going to say we're coming to the end of our mukbang, and instead I just said we're coming.
Well.
And now I sound like a fool. Well, we're coming to the end of our mukbang. I've just got a couple shilps from this Nachos Belgrande. You know, I always order one of these because I have this memory of going through Taco Bell drive-thru when I was probably in like 5th grade. I went through with my friend and his dad and my friend's uncle. And I remember my friend's uncle ordering Nachos Belgrande, and I liked the way he said it. So then I started getting them. I didn't even know what it was. I just thought he sounded cool when he said it. Give me one Nachos Belgrande. He had kind of a little southern thing. I was like, I like how he said that. I'm gonna start ordering a nachos Bel Grande too. And I didn't really care for it the first time, but I kept going to honor him. Why is it sad? You know what Arnold said? No.
Oh?
They've been down here a while.
Oh.
Well, no, I mean they're like they haven't been opened yet.
Oh.
This had some bullshit in the top of it. I don't know what that is.
Ew, it's like a curly bug.
I'm gonna rinse it off.
Why do you make me do it?
I don't know, because you're getting up?
So we would break it?
Maybe. Arnold Schwarzenegger once said that he was always coming. Oh. He was always coming. Talking about working out, getting a good pump. He said that was coming to him. I'm not being cute. That's literally what he said. That's a quote. If you don't believe me, just watch Pumping Iron and you'll see for yourself. I'm not trying to just be vulgar for no reason. That's what he said. Don't blame me. I'm not the one who did it. Ugh. All right, now the caramel apple empanada. I haven't had one of these in years. I used to get these all the time back in the olden days. It doesn't taste like they fucked with it too much. Pretty much how I remember it. Sometimes the letdown when they bring back these legacy items that you haven't seen in years, and they've tweaked the recipe, they fuck with it in some way, and you're like, hold on a second. You're calling it this, but it's not that. What you just gave me is something else. That's not what I was expecting. But good job. They successfully revived the caramel apple empanada. This is a success. Good job. What am I turning into report of the week here or what? I like that guy. I always talk about how I don't watch many other streamers or YouTubers, but I like that guy. I like report of the week. I don't watch all of his videos, but sometimes he's one of the few that I will actually tune in to see. You should go sub to his channel if you haven't done so. Report of the week. All he does is basically review fast food. And he looks like he weighs about 50 pounds soaking wet. Kind of a strange looking fella, but he does a good job. Whoa. Almost dripped caramel sauce everywhere. You gotta be careful. There we go. I'm gonna have to sweep up in here so I don't get rats. I don't want rats in my office from dripping caramel sauce and fucking empanada crumbs all over my chair. I don't want rats. Ghoulie would like to give me a shout out for being a good pal and supporting him tonight. And I cheered him up after the fact. And both me and Jess gave him some good pointers. Well, I'm glad that I could be a part of this momentous occasion. You know, if one day everything works out for you guys, it'll be special. Be able to look back and talk about this. You know, when you've proposed and you're getting married, that'd be pretty cool. Good bite.
You homecoming.
Mm-hmm.
Look at us now. Right? Huh?
Yeah, Jess and I went to homecoming. Our senior year. Well, I went to yours.
Yeah. That was the more important one.
No, wait. No,
You went to my prom.
I went to your prom.
Yeah. I ended up having to play softball on my homecoming. I didn't get to go.
I feel like I might have asked you to go to my homecoming.
I had a softball game.
Yeah, I just couldn't go to mine.
I was
So I
at
went by
panel.
myself. We weren't
You called me from it. I
You
remember
know.
talking to you at the softball field when you were getting ready.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. But we weren't together yet.
Uh-uh.
You were not my girlfriend. I wasn't sure how things were going to go yet.
We were talking a lot.
Yeah. Things were still up in the air. All right. Well, that's it. The mukbang is over.
Did you think that caramel apple empanada was trash?
No.
It wasn't like it used to be.
Yeah, I was just commenting on how it was like it used to be.
No, the center was like a dark brown. It used to be like an apple pie filling. And it was like charred on the inside just now.
It wasn't charred.
Yeah.
No.
Texture was all wrong. It's all burnt.
Well, the outside used to be a little crispier, and I think they were a little bit bigger. It had like bubbly crisp on the outside, and that did a little bit, but it tasted pretty good, I thought.
It didn't taste bad. It just
We got a hater back here.
No.
Jess is a hater back here.
leave it alone.
All right, loading up another Zen pouch, and we will continue. Before my mukbang break, I was going to play Centipede, so that's what I'll do now.
What's happening?
What's happened? What's happening? Huh?
Just hating back in the news, Kev. She's what's referred to as a player hater. Maybe you heard about this, Kev. You ever heard of a player hater? They hate players. They hate people who play games. She thinks everyone's playing games. She thinks Taco Bell's playing games with a caramel apple empanada. I thought it tasted pretty good. I just picked up some and we sat down and ate. I was eating some caramel apple empanadas back there with Lady Gaga.
Okay. Whoop. Good Brother said Jeps needs her own mic. I kind of like the... I kind of like how she just chimes in. Yeah, they can.
No, I can't. That's why I said I need my own mic.
Well, I don't have a good way to do that logistically right now, so we're just gonna have to deal with it.
No.
Huh? Yeah, just yell loud. Just scream everything you say. Those guys are little fackers. Gotta watch out for them. Ah. Ah. You gotta be careful of the spiders in this game. They like to swizzle right in if you're not careful. Even if you are careful, sometimes they'll swoop right in and end your precious field trip pretty damn quick. And when it's down to one guy, that becomes a little tough too. Can we get this guy? Got him. There we go. Look at that, a 1-up. Got him trapped right where I want him. Woo! There we go. Whoop! Carefully. Carefully. This is when it becomes horse shit. When you got multiple right down here in your ass. Ah! Ah! Oh! First life loss. Shit. Jess could sit over here, but she'd have to move the chair. And she probably doesn't want to do that. Fuck it.
It's not much fun to do that. Trying to get one of those tiny stupid ones that all the influencers use.
The tiny ones.
Yeah, these ones.
What? Oh, the mic. I thought you were talking about a tiny chair. I was like, what tiny chair do the influencers use? We'll get Jess a tiny chair and a tiny mic. What's for Legos tomorrow? We're gonna continue working on the castle that we started, what, 2 weeks ago? That'll be tomorrow's Lego delight. Ah! Sparrow's about to get some jerky. Some pemmican. Get a nice bag of pemmican going. Your Friday pemmican. Yep. Well. A good try. Good try. Huh? Sparrow's gonna go get some pemmican. What was 2 weeks ago, asked Sparrow? When we started the Lego castle. We did that 2 weeks ago. Good Brother said you better nail the dynamic views tomorrow.
I'm not going to.
She said no. She's not going to. She's going to fuck it up all night. Sparrow's having Meyer brand teriyaki jerky. May or may not be pemmican. It may be pemmican.
No.
It might be.
Pemmican is a specific type of food.
It could be teriyaki pemmican. Let's not rule it
Meyer
out.
brand.
Huh?
Meyer brand.
Yeah.
Make pemmican there.
Let's not rule it out. It could be pemmican.
Let's rule it out.
We're not going to rule it out. We're going to keep that one open. It's possible. It could be pemmican still.
You know what pemmican is?
Yeah, it's jerky.
No, it's not. It's dried beef and fat in a bar.
That's, yeah, it's like jerky.
No, it's the opposite. It's like if you took ground beef and you dried it up and put it in a bar with its own fat. That's a...
Well, sometimes they make a really thin bar and they cut up a bunch of them and put them in a bag, and then it's like jerky.
Nobody's ever done that.
Ghoulie said that he can't get over how the lady friend was down to hang out another time.
That's great.
And just her overall reaction feels more endearing than rejecting. Well, that's for sure.
Yeah, if she wasn't interested, she would have just said no.
Yeah, it would have been, I'm going with my friends, and that's the end of it. And that's something she could have made up. And then you would have gone there and you see her friends with other guys, and maybe she's with another guy, and then you'd really be kicking rocks outside, listening to sad songs on your phone. So it's good that that didn't happen. You're not going to be in that situation, I don't think. I think you'll leave with your head held high. when everything's said and done, I think it'll be a good night for you. Sparrow said it's not pemmican or whatever the fuck. I'm gonna still go with pemmican. I still think it might be pemmican after all. So we could play Atari Karts, Club Drive, Cybermorph, Evolution Dino Dudes, Fight for Life, Missile Command 3D, Ruiner Pinball, Tempest 2K, or Trevor McFur in the Crescent Galaxy. So we've gone through all the games now. If anyone saw anything they would like to shout out for the next adventure, by all means, let me know and I'll give it a shot, please. Ghoulie said his vote is Atari Karts. Okay, let's go. I'm still gonna go with pemmican. My money's on pemmican. Maybe I'll put that on a t-shirt, a future Super Divorce t-shirt. My money's on pemmican, right across the front. Would you guys buy one of those? Jess, would you wear a My Money's on Pemmican t-shirt? Jess wouldn't wear one. All right, we'll go for Yars next. So here's who I can play as. Regius, Scully, Pulpito, Ms. Tress, Bentley Bear, Volky, or Ptarmigan. I did hear that pemmican was invented by John Pemmican. I have heard that before. That's actually where I heard about it. I ran into him. Where did I run into him? At the gas station one time. I said, "Are you John Pemmican?" And he said, "Yeah, that's me." And I said, "What are you famous for?" Something. So, Pemmican. Oh, that's right. And then he produced from his pocket a warm pouch of pemmican from his body heat, and he shook my hand and secretly passed me a small pack of pemmican. And I ate it, and my life has never been the same since. So we'll go with Bentley Bear, because he's kind of like, he's the big guy. And they don't show you, I guess they don't show you like a preview of all the different tracks like they do in Mario Kart. You just have to pick one. Yeah, I did meet him. He was very nice. Great guy. Oh. So this feels like... oh. Okay, unlike Mario Kart... I'm stuck. That doesn't happen in Mario Kart. Look at this. How do I back up? I can't... There. Yeah, in Mario Kart you could go out of bounds. And you can't do that here. See? Look at that. I picked up some sort of item. And there's no music playing either. That's weird. Just the sound of the road. That's how Jess likes driving around. I'm like, don't you want to listen to anything? I like get in the car. It's just quiet.
I like it.
Like, you don't want to put any music on? You don't want to listen to anything? She's like, no. It's like, why? You've got all these options?
Because I'm constantly surrounded by noise, and sometimes it's nice to have a vacuum of that and just listen to the world.
The world, she says.
Birds and the cars and the open road.
Last lap. I'm in second place somehow. Just the sounds of the open road. Alright, finished in second. Could have benefited from a soundtrack, I think. I mean, part of the fun of playing Mario Kart is kind of bopping along to the songs playing. You get those stuck in your head. I'll still sing some of those tunes. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Maybe I just have to just do that myself when I'm playing Atari carts. Bum 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 da bum bum ba da ba da dum. Do 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 do. Then you can use your items. It doesn't even give you a sound when you use the item. There's like no feedback to the player that anything is happening in this game. And I feel like that would have improved it a lot. Because it's not necessarily awful controls wise. But look at that. Look at that hit detection. You can't even go through those two trees. That's crazy. That's nutty and wacky. Ghoulies' favorite Mario Kart song is Bum Bum Da Bum Da Bum Ba Da 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 Dum. I think I like that one. I think that's a good one. From what I remember. Oh, look at that! It's like you're 50 yards downfield. And you're running into the trees. No, stop it. Alright, finished. Coconut Mall? Coconut Mall. Which one is that from? Coconut Mall. Is that from a handheld? App. Well, this is a little underwhelming. Maybe we should play something else. I think we've seen enough. We'll play some Yars. Oh, it's from the Wii version. I didn't play that one too much. I've got it. It's fun, I just didn't play it a lot. I didn't play it enough to memorize all the tunes. Okay, Yars. Whoop. You gotta be careful. This is your safe zone. So, what you gotta do, you can use this crazy looking area right here to hide from his little buddy. Oh, fuck's sake. See his little buddy that's kind of creeping towards me? If you hang out right here, it can't get you. Watch it. See, he can't get me in the safety zone. So then you gotta watch out and be careful, because when that comes at you, you don't want to get hit. Now you go over, you touch the guy, you get your projectile on the left side of the screen, you tap A, or the red button on the Atari controller, and then you launch it across, you gotta hit the bad guy. But first, before you can hit him, you gotta break down his defenses. And it's very ominous and foreboding when you're playing this in your living room. If you turn your TV up really loud, just that kind of droning, it can be a little scary. Oh. The guy who made this, in case you didn't know, also made what many people consider to be the worst game of all time, the E.T. game. But he was well, he is. He's still alive. He's actually a psychiatrist now. Howard Scott Warshaw. And he's a very nice fellow. I've emailed back and forth with him a couple times. Gotta wait. Oh, I got pushed into the buddy. What's up, Sona? How's it going? And what's up, Ron from Moscow? Haven't seen Ron from Moscow in several streams. Good to see ya. Oh, it's a shit! I didn't realize that was happening. Oh, just pass him. Nah. Oh. Fiddlesticks. There we go. I haven't played this in a while, so be patient with me. Just give me a sec. Oh, I thought I touched him. There we go. Now we got it. Ah. No. If you shoot his projectile, you get super duper points. Oh. Well, there we go. That's okay. Sparrow said since school has started, he's actually been balancing his life for once. Well, that's good. Good news. You're getting your workouts in, getting all your assignments complete, I hope. Impressing everyone in gym class. Oh, oh. Get over there, give it a shot, please. Ah. 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 Getting a little hasty. I'll admit it. No, it's not a swastika. It's like, it's just, I don't know what you want to call it. I'm sure there's an official name for it. I don't remember, though. This game does have lore. It's actually one of the first games of its kind to feature a story that was written by Howard Scott Warshaw. He wrote a big backstory for it. They did a Marvel comic. Gosh, I'm sucking eggs here. Oh, I thought I'd get it. Oh, then I ran right into the guy. That's stupid. Oh, no. Nope, don't do that. Got him. Got him. Alright, well there's Yars. You can see what that's all about. What's next, guys? What are we going to look at this time? Sparrow got 100% on his math and social studies quiz, and then 105% overperforming. Big ballin'. You're gonna, and whatever, you get like your 4.5 instead of a 4.0, graduate with a 4.5 or a 5.0 even.
What if grown-ups still got grades for everything they did?
Well, you kind of, some people do.
What if every time you did a YouTube stream, somebody gave you a grade on it? What do you think your GPA would be?
Probably a 1.5.
on all of my tattoos.
I think you'd have a 5.0.
No, I wouldn't.
No, Ghoulie, we're never playing Super Thunderblade again. That will never happen. We're not doing that. Wrong system, anyway. The booby game. I don't think they have any booby games on this one. Well, there's Malibu Volleyball. Malibu Bikini Volleyball. There might be boobies in that. There's boobies on the cover. Good Brother wants Missile Command. Let's go back to it here. Missile Command. How do we start? All right. This is also a little tough to control with a delicate thumbstick. Okay. There we go. Oh. Oh. It's tough to get it to stop just where you want. Oh, I'm all out. Uh-oh. Good Brother said Nick versus Jeps in a best-of-3 tournament for Dr. Mario. Well, that wouldn't even... It wouldn't need to be a best-of-3. It's just like running a simulation where Jess wins twice in a row.
Hey, not a simulation.
You might as well simulate it. Uh-oh. I'm all out. Out already.
I don't get up early tomorrow.
Ron said when all these things were releasing, he was just playing Tetris till he got a PS4. His father bought it for him when he got into college. I like Tetris. I used to play Tetris all the time on the Game Boy. Oh. Bull hockey. So you gotta time it so you take out multiple missiles at the same time. Ah. Ah. Wait. I'm not very good at this game. As you might have noticed. I'm not the best at Missile Command. See, I just wasted a shot right there. That was silly. That was not good. And now I'm out. And now my cities get destroyed. Because I didn't do a good job. So you can't waste shots like that and expect to win. Game over. We're almost done here. Look how fast they go. It's getting crazy. No. 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 That's gonna be that. Okay. Alright. That's Missile Command. Is there anything else that anyone wants to see out of all these games? I guess we can try booby volleyball. Booby bikini volleyball on the links. Just to find out if we actually have boobies. Yeah, there's a couple boobies. Cool. Yep. All I've done is serve 2 times. Are they gonna actually... These guys suck. They can't even get a successful volley a single time. There we go. Oh, okay. Side out. Well, it looked like I was right where I needed to be. Didn't work. What in the world? How precise do you have to be? Well, that didn't even do anything. Okay. That's all he wants to do, is just try to... He tries to do that. Whatever they call that in volleyball. There we go. Yeah, he missed... Is it a set? I think that's what it's called. He missed his set. He did it again. He's not paying attention. Somehow I might win. Well, nope. Okay, didn't work. What? Yeah, this isn't... That's not very good. I don't like that game, I don't think. I don't think I like that one very much. Yeah, those were not good boobies. What else can we try? How about Trevor McFur in the Crescent Galaxy? That sounds intriguing. Jess is Shreepy. Oh, it's... I was expecting it to be more like Star Fox. But it's like, it's a shoot 'em up. Got kind of cool graphics. I like the look of it. I don't like this pea shooter that I've got. Oh, shit. No. What happened? Oh, that sucks. There we go. We got something new. Oh, boy, this is tough. It's kind of tough. Looks like Ron is being confused in the chat because of slang language that's being used. No, I think by people in the chat. Oh, there we go. We can drop those. Well, game over. I'll continue it a time or two here. I might as well.
The booby talk.
Lots of booby talk. Oh, bullshit. Sometimes it's a little tough to see when the colors in the background and the foreground kind of blend together a little bit. You can drop those, drop your bombs. Drop bows on them. No one ever talks about that anymore. Do they, Jess?
What?
Dropping bows on them. Jess has never heard anyone talk about dropping bows on them. Like elbows. Like an elbow drop. No, not throwing bows, dropping bows. We drop bows on them. How are you supposed to defeat this guy? I don't see any weak spots. What do you gotta do? Oh, I'm doing very minuscule amounts of damage. There. Maybe if I... Oh. Well, the power-up just ran away, so... Never mind on that! I guess they want the boss fight to take like an hour. Because look at this. With the pea shooter... When the Atari Jaguar came out, there was a lot of hype. And then it had like 5 games. And then it disappeared. Okay, Ah, fuck. Alright, whatever. Oh, people are talking about Charlie in the chat. Yeah. Yeah, Sona, that's been heavy on my mind as well. Some pretty nasty shit being said. I mean, it's not everyone, but it's more people than you would like to think getting in on that one and celebrating. I can't imagine being that fucked up. But, yeah. Pretty unfortunate. I'm all for people being able to speak their minds and such, but it's like some things are beyond the pale. And I think that's one of them. Celebrating an innocent person just being gunned down in broad daylight at an event that's just meant to encourage people getting together and speaking their minds. Like that was like Charlie Kirk's thing. To get together and talk with people that he disagreed with. Invite them right in front of you so you could speak face to face. You know, it's so easy to talk shit online. People have gotten so used to that. So it was nice that there was this platform where people could actually go in public and whatever, air their grievances, talk things out, have sometimes heated debates. You know, I never saw him blow up at anyone or, you know, get nasty with people. He was always very calm, collected, and then to see where that gets you, that is, well, I mean, it's tragic. There's really no other way of putting it. And that falls short. There's no word for it, really. Yeah. So it's pretty volatile times. But it's kind of exposing who people really are. I think a lot of stuff is coming to the surface. People are really just letting you know straight up whether or not they're at least decent or whether they're evil. And I think that is pretty much the distinction that's being made. I don't think there's any better way of putting it. Not many things in life are black and white, but that is one of them. If you're celebrating what happened, I think you're evil. I think you're an evil person. You've either wittingly or unwittingly given yourself to something that is not human. It's not normal. Yeah. I mean, other people have weighed in much more eloquently than I could, but I think that that's kind of what you're looking at. If you know people, if you've seen people that you know personally celebrating, in my opinion, they're telling you they would probably do the same thing if it happened to you. And they're taking away any incentive to try talking it out with them. I mean, that's what Charlie tried to do. See where that landed him. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna stay on it too long, but I addressed it pretty briefly the other night, just because I was in a bit of a funk that day that it happened, and everything's felt heavy since then. Honestly, it's not one of those things that's just, a lot of stuff is like in and out of the news so fast. Even things that seem like monumental, things that are important, the news cycle moves so quickly. This is the first thing that I've seen in a while where it doesn't feel like it's probably going to go away next week. It doesn't seem like that. Maybe it will, but at the moment, there's a weight to it. And a discussion going on, a sort of revealing of people that doesn't feel normal, doesn't feel like anything else I can really think of. The closest thing that I can recall that felt similar was probably like 9/11. But that was a different time. You know, that was pre-social media. Things stayed in the news longer. They had to milk the stories more. Now, like I said, social media just makes it so that every day it seems like there's something else. There's some new thing that happens and everyone forgets about the thing that happened yesterday. This doesn't seem like it's going to be one of those. But anyway, that's that, you know. But anyhow, yeah, I don't know. Do you guys have any other games you want to see? If not, might just wrap it up here shortly. No, we don't want to continue. There we go. Yoomp. What was Yoomp? Tunnel Jumper. It's a tunnel jumper. Oh, I think I've played that before. You saw a boxing game that looked interesting? Let's see. Do you recall which system it was for? Probably not the Jaguar. Looking for a boxing game. Was it Real Sports Boxing? Is that the one? We'll check it out. Okay, that's... Oh, okay. Back and action button blocks. And then forward is punch. It's like the combat and harvester. I don't know what we got to do. Fill up that meter, maybe? Or knocking his head back. Take a rest. Maybe you got to build up to a knockout. Well, I got the full bar here. Not sure how to knock him down. Now the bar's flashing. Okay, but how do you win? Because I feel like I'm really kicking his ace here. Maybe there is no knockout. Maybe it's just seeing who has more points at the end of a round. If that's the case, this is like all you gotta do. Just hold forward and keep tapping the action button. Take a rest. Did they do like a full 10 or 12 rounds? Why can't you score a knockout? It just feels like this is never going to end. Okay, well, there's Real Sports Boxing. You know, if you'd never played a boxing game before and it was, you know, 1978, then you'd probably think it's awesome, but we have played other boxing games, or at least I have, and leaves a little bit to be desired. How about Miner 2049er? When am I playing Cyberpunk? I'll put it in the mix for a Modern Monday soon. We'll give it a shot. We'll see if people vote on it. Oh, I think on this one you have to... I think you have to walk across all the platforms and turn them purple. Oh. There we go. Uh-oh. Nope. You gotta jump it. Gotta be a good miner. Well, how do you get those right there? The far side of the screen. Do you have to jump to them? There we go. You gotta get to bed.
Be at the show by 4:10.
Okie doke. Love you too. All right, Jess is going night night. Thanks for the tacos, Bill. Oh, back over there. Oh. Oh no. Oh man. Gotcha, bitch. Got him. We got him. Okay, let's go over here. We got plenty of time still. Let's hop it. Hop and pop. Hop on pop. Hop on top. Top and pop and hop on top. Pop and pop. Poppity pop. Pippity 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 pop. There we go. You can just jump right back over. Well, that's nice. Oh no. Ghoulie recommends Jesus. I talked to Jesus for the first time in a long time earlier today. There we go. Oh, let's hop over there. Oh. Oh! Come on, 49er. You fucker. Got him. Got him, got him. I kind of looked like the guy from Far Cry 5. I've never played that. The only Far Cry game that I ever played was the first one. Well, you know. That's all right. I went through I guess you would say staunch atheist phase in my life. And here I am. So you never know. It's just one of those things. Oh, why every time I die it's just falling off that side. It's not even hard. That's what she said. But whatever. Son of a gun. I'll try it again. 'Cause why not? I look like the antagonist, the bad guy. Well, if I ever play it, I'll keep that in mind. I'll look out for myself. Boink. Let's try going up from this side this time. See what happens right there. And hop it. Hop it. Hop. Gosh. Yeah, I don't think Ghoulie is Bible thumping or anything, Sparrow. I don't think he's going to yell at you. Down the slide. Okay, doing better this time. As long as I don't fall off. What? Nope. Nope. Jump it. Ron kind of likes the walking animation music for the sound effect. It's nice and crunchy. It's like it's got like a satisfying crunchy sound to it. What the fuck? What? I jumped over him. What the crap? Yeah, Ghoulie. Ghoulie is going to be Reverend Ghoulie. The Honorable Reverend Ghoulie dude. From broke to Reverend. Alright, Ron. Well, thanks for stopping by. We'll be here doing Legos tomorrow night, continuing the Lego Castle. So... probably winding the stream down here soon anyhows. But appreciate you stopping by. And I hope to see you soon. Don't be a stranger. Unless you want to be. Then by all means, be a stranger. But I don't want you to be a stranger. That's up to you. But we hope to see you back soon. Yeah, let's go up. Oh, your great uncle was a reverend. Well, that's fun. So I guess I can't just jump over these guys. Well, hold on. I thought I jumped over him. There! You just got to be extra careful. The Atari has that pixel perfect... What, again? Alright. That's too much work. That's too much work to get up there and then have the thing go that way. That's just garbage. That's just rubbish. That's absolute rubbish. Sona's been Jehovah's Witness, Buddhist, and Muslim, and now just her. Yeah, I didn't have like, you know, super religious parents growing up. I went to church here and there. It wasn't like, you know, a mandatory weekly thing. I would go with friends sometimes, stuff like that. And then kind of went through, like I said, bit of a staunch atheist phase. You know, you discover Richard Dawkins and read all the arguments against religion, particular Christianity, probably at the time. And then I kind of got out of that because that seemed like, you know, strict materialism at a point didn't make sense to me. I don't think it's sufficient to explain reality. And so I got really into philosophy, started reading various philosophers, which kind of opened the door to examining different religions again. And then I guess, you know, just opened back up to what I came from. And over time, I guess just identifying more and more with that, especially with the craziness of the world and things, just to be, I don't know, hopeful in a sense. It's like, if it's open for you to believe in, if it feels like it is anyway. I mean, for some people, it's just like a non-starter. If you would have asked me, whatever, 20 years ago, when I was in love with the God delusion, you know, and watching Richard Dawkins videos constantly, and like the four horsemen of the new atheist movement, then it wouldn't even have been like a discussion. It just wasn't. It wasn't like it wasn't an open dialogue option for me. I just was not interested. So if you're in that headspace, there's really nothing anyone can say to make you feel any differently. I know, because I've been there before. So it's just like, if you come back to it, or if you're open to it for the first time, stuff like that, then I think you find yourself in that position, and then you'll feel that, and then it's either open to you to explore or not. I think that's the choice that people have in it. So what do I consider myself? I would consider myself a Christian. I maybe would have had trouble answering that like a week ago, you know, but I've been a believer, if you will, in God, and felt that way for many years. I haven't been an atheist for a long time. I've sort of I moved away from that probably over a decade ago. And so it's just been a process of like thinking and observing, reading, watching. It's been a process. And then yeah, I feel like, especially within the past just few days, the door to saying, okay, that's like been blown wide open. It's never felt more open to me than it has recently. And so I'm like, all right, yeah, this seems like the best case scenario. So let me just stop like dancing around it, you know? Look at us, says Sona. Look at us. Look at us here. Yeah. Known Christian streamer, Super Divorce. Yeah, I mean, it's like, it's hard to find content creators who are Christian. Yeah, and it's like, I'm never going to shove it down anyone's throat. Like I said, because I understand what the process is like for people. Going through many different journeys to get to where I am now. I understand how winding and sort of strange the journey can be, and it's different for everyone. So, that's something that I do appreciate in particular about Catholics and like Eastern Orthodox, as opposed to a lot of Protestant denominations, is usually the people you see on the street screaming into a megaphone. Or that one time I was at a gas station and this creepy old lady came up to me, and this was like in the midst of when I was really turning away from religion altogether, like wasn't interested in reading about any of it. It was like, there's atoms and fucking that's it. And but anyway, this lady walked up and she's like, have you accepted Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior? And like out of nowhere, like I got jump scared by her. I'm like looking at fucking candy bars, and I turn around and see this creepy old lady, like something out of a horror movie, and she just said that to me, and I was like, just kind of like a loss for words. Like, I don't even know what to say to this person, because I don't want to get into like a thing in the middle of Speedway while browsing Reese's cups and Snickers. So I just was like, and she's like, well, I just had to ask because if I didn't, then your blood would be on my hands. And she like turned around and like shuffles off. It's like, that's unsettling. That approach isn't probably going to open many people up to to the faith, if you will. I think you might scare some people away. That was definitely a negative experience for me. That was not a feather in the cap of, reasons why I might consider being a Christian. So stuff like that is, I think, nonsense. I would never do that. But anyway, that's one thing I like about Catholics and Eastern Orthodox is it's like they've got these very, very old traditions, and they're very they're very enthusiastic about their faith, but they don't go around being overly pushy about it, and I don't think you should be, because like I said, being pushy, in my opinion, just turns people off. You don't want to scare people into it either. I've never felt scared. It's not like I ever felt scared and then was like, oh, I better consider going back to religious view because I don't want to burn in hell or whatever. I don't even believe that. I don't think that that's what happens to people. That's not part of my particular outlook. So I'm not in that camp. I don't know how judgment works. I'm not going to claim to know. So I would never tell anyone, you better do this or else. Like, I'm not a perfect human being. So who am I? Who am I to tell people? Ghoulie said he's Protestant, but it's not like some of the crazy people. Said you actually read what the Bible says and actually follow what it teaches, not what we want it to teach us. Yeah, I'm not throwing every Protestant under the bus. I mean, I don't have a home church. I'm kind of just like very generic Christian. I don't have any denomination at this juncture. That could change in the future, but right now, I would probably be considered a Protestant because I'm not Catholic and I'm not a member of the Orthodox Church. So I suppose technically that would place me in the Protestant camp. But, a lot of the Protestant churches are where you find the pushy stuff. That's all I meant. Sparrow says, I don't want to debate. I just want to say I don't really believe in religion. Well, that's your choice. You're certainly entitled to feel that way. I would say, I think everyone, to me, like that word itself, it's like, what do you mean by it? to me, it's just like, what do you believe is the ultimate base of reality? I think that's what your religion is. What do you put faith in as sort of the bedrock of your worldview? And so I think everyone's got one to some degree. I don't think you can escape that. And it's like, if you're talking about like a set of stories that you put faith in, that, you know, you adhere to, that you feel kind of like explains reality ultimately, maybe you could say you don't have a religion. But if you've got a worldview, you certainly believe something about it, or you're searching for some sort of explanation, or you have an idea of how you think things work. I think that that exists for everybody in some way. You think it's all superstition? I think that's an oversimplification of religion. I don't think it's to me, that word is thrown around a lot, superstition. It's like superstition is, I'm not going to walk under the ladder because I don't want to have bad luck. You know, I don't think that kind of belief is on the same level of belief as, what do you think is the ultimate ground of reality itself? Like that's not a superstition. Everyone's got that. Everyone feels some way about it, even if it's like mysterious to you and you don't know. And I think that there's a lot of mystery left in religion. Even if you do proclaim to believe one thing or another, you still don't know exactly how it all functions. You couldn't. Even if you are strictly an adherent of, you know, facts and data and figures, even the greatest scientists, even the greatest, the greatest of the non-believers, if you will, would still tell you there are mysteries that they can't explain. Dawkins himself has said that. And you're not going to get a much more intellectual and well-spoken representative of atheism than Richard Dawkins. And he's admitted that himself. It's just he admits he doesn't know, but he's not willing to sort of throw his hat in the ring with one particular belief system over the other. So it's like in some circles, they would call that a Mysterian position, where you don't know, you admit you don't know, but you're not going all in on one thing or the other. So Sona says, SD has the good takes. Keep your head up, cousin. Thanks for streaming and keeping us company no matter what. Well, hey, that's what I'm here to do. I am your humble servant. I am your humble servant streaming guy. That's it. Very, very humble. No one's humbler than I am. Sparrow says the Bible has been retranslated it's been retranslated a lot. But I don't consider myself a biblical literalist either. So I'm not in the like Ken Ham Creation Museum crowd. That's not for me. I don't think that that's even how ancient, I don't want to say ancient, but people living in previous eras did not look at the Bible as a scientific text. So I think it's silly that people try to use it that way. Not to say that you can make it whatever you want it to be, but also when people start trying to ascribe, like, for instance, what a day means to God, I think they do that at the Creation Museum. And that's how they arrive at, like, the universe being 6,000 years old and stuff like that. That's not for me. I don't believe that. So I think that you're going to find people within every religion who have many different interpretations of their faith. I mean, we know that because of how many churches there are. Drive down the street, you're going to see church, church, church. And why are there different ones? Well, many times because they have disagreements with each other. You know, they believe in like the core, but if you walk into the Church of God, you're going to get a much different experience, a different interpretation of scripture than you're going to get if you walk into the Catholic Church. So it's like, yeah, there are different interpretations, there are different translations, retranslations, things like that. That's to be expected. So that doesn't really bother me, though. I think that's exactly what you would expect for something that has been around for that long, that's traveled all the way across the world. It's the fact that it has survived and has been worked into so many different societies over time that's interesting. You know, no matter what it is, at the very least, you can say that any of the long-standing religions have a purpose. They serve a function in their particular cultures and societies. Because if they didn't do anything, then they wouldn't last. Think about how many stories are written every day, how many books come out every week. Most of them are going to be forgotten. The overwhelming majority, no one will remember even 5 years from now. So any story or set of stories that has the power to be sort of consumed by an entire culture and then to shape it over time, they're worth taking seriously. So that's why I don't think the sort of brush off, you know, that a lot of religion gets is, I just don't take that seriously as an argument. They're not just insignificant stories. If they were, they wouldn't last. They'd be forgotten, like the overwhelming majority of stories are. So there's something going on, at the very least. But I think that's probably going to wrap it up for tonight. I am going to work on a cover song that I'm trying to prepare. I would like to record a cover song, probably just like right here, with my acoustic guitar and the same mic I use for streaming. I want to record just a rough cover song, hopefully next week, because I haven't really done anything musically in quite a while, and I think it would be fun to do. So I'm working on something. I'm going to hop off here and do that for a little bit and then probably hit the hay. And hopefully you guys will stop by tomorrow night around 10:30 or so for the Lego stream. And that's about it. Yeah, we were all over the place tonight. We covered a lot of ground, you know, homecoming dates, mukbang, politics, religion, video games, of course. It was a nice variety stream tonight. We just went wherever the spirit took us, guys. Wherever the wind blew, that's where we went tonight. So, that's fun, though. That's fun. It's lively and interesting, you know? I'll check my DMs. I'll check them, Sona. And everybody, have a wonderful remainder of your evening and a great day tomorrow. And we'll be back tomorrow evening, 10:30. All right? So until then, take real good care. Keep kicking ass. Love you lots. Lord willing. Be back very soon with another video for you to watch. Bye-bye.